I want to share just a very brief video. It's just a situation I had this week in my office, and kind of made me think about health in general. If you follow any of my teaching, you've read my book, you know I'm committed to the idea that our bodies and minds are designed well, and that given the right information, they'll become healthy for us and go beyond just regular health, but to an amazing experience of life. If people understood the potential their body has for health, they understood it and they could experience it, would change everything. I can promise you this because I've seen it happen. I myself am on this journey, and I can see and feel the difference as I approach 50 this year compared to where I was as I approached 40. I can tell the difference in my mind, my body, my spirit, how good I feel, how excited I am about life, and I've seen this transformation happen for my patients as well. And it's just really amazing to watch and be a part of. You know, if I could create a virtual reality chamber, if I could create one and you would step into it for 10 minutes and put on perhaps a bodysuit and goggles, and you could actually feel in your body and mind what it would be like to have a fully optimized physiology, to have all of your systems working together at their best possible level to give you the best experience of health and to help you realize how much potential you have in you. If you could have that experience for 10 minutes, when I flip the switch off, you would go, oh my gosh, how do I have that again? What just happened? I need to feel that again. It would be more addictive than any drug or substance that you could, or technology that you could get exposed to. If people could have that experience, if they could understand what it would be, they would be on this journey. They would not stop. But unfortunately, I can't just give them that experience. It's something that you have to earn by being willing to embrace the truth of health and take the necessary steps and put one foot in front of the other and commit to it. But the good news is that if you do that, just the littlest bit that you nudge your body, a little improvement in diet, a little improvement in hydration, maybe some better sleep, more time focusing on thoughts, feelings, and emotions, just the littlest baby steps you take consistently, your body will begin to reward you with little tastes of the kind of experience I'm talking about. And then it just becomes self-capitulating. You don't stop because you start feeling so good. And you never say, oh boy, I wish I could eat that food or smoke that cigarette or have this or just stay up late and not sleep. Because you're like, I will not trade how good I feel for those false and cheap comforts that are no comfort at all. So anyway, this week I was seeing someone, they've got a lot of health issues. They're aging, they're concerned about dementia because they have family history, they don't feel good, they're tired, their sleep is disruptive, and they've got some metabolic health issues that I have to treat with medications. And this individual is actually quite wealthy. In fact, he talks about how well he's done in the stock market, and obviously he's got a big financial legacy he's going to leave his family. And he was talking with me about his concerns. I said to him, you know, there's ways we could help you get more information. I could do some studies that look at genetic markers and look at your biochemistry markers and your mitochondrial health markers and your nutrient status, and you could begin to understand what is it that you need to do so that you can actually begin to reverse some of these diseases, or at the very least slow their progression, as well as possibly prevent the development of dementia. And then the individual said, well, will my insurance cover this? And I had to say, no, your insurance does not cover those types of tests and services. And they really don't cover the amount of time it would take for you and I to work together so that you can actually have this experience of health, so you can have the information you need. And the individual said, well, you know, I think my insurance should cover that. And I'm like, I agree. If you look at the difference in cost between reversing and preventing diabetes versus treating diabetes, absolutely insurance companies should be more than willing to pay more money for more data and more time with a clinician who's trained at helping people interpret that data and be able to take action. Because when we're doing that type of work, and I know firsthand because I do that type of work with many of my clients, we are actually able to prevent diseases, reverse diseases, and optimize health. And that can save a lot of money. And I can create a lot of case studies that talk about that. But this individual basically was frustrated because their insurance wouldn't pay for it. And I said, I get that. I share your frustration. I think they should be in the business of investing in your best health, given how much you paid into that system. Of course, this person's on Medicare. I said, but you shouldn't let that keep you from getting the kind of information you need to perhaps prevent dementia. You know, that your brain your relationships with your family. You're in your 70s now and you've done well in life, but yet how many years left do you have to really enjoy your life on this planet and to really invest in the relationships, which are your real legacy? And I said, isn't that worth this? And the individual said, well, they basically just said, yeah, it would be worth it, but I'm still frustrated. And they did not want to pursue any additional information. Now, I don't judge that individual. I'm a consultant. Everybody's got to make their own decisions about how to invest their money and what they're willing to do or not do about their health. But as a physician, I'm dismayed when I see that, because an individual that has all the means they need to actually get all the information they need so that they could prevent perhaps dementia, so they could restore health, so they can get this greater experience of life, is unwilling to pay for it, mostly because they're frustrated that their insurance company won't provide that for them. They're cutting off their nose to spite their face. Because what is health worth? What's it worth to have an optimized mind and body, to realize that potential, to have more years where your brain's working properly and you can deeply relate to those you care for and serve your communities? What's that worth? To me, it's worth a lot. And I want to tell this individual, if you knew what I knew, because I've been doing this for so long, and I see the before and after, and I work with regular patients day in, day out, in short visits, using their insurance, trying to help them as much as possible get closer to this. Like, if you knew what I knew, if you saw what I see, and you understood where your health is going and where it could be, and if you understood that, you would absolutely be willing to invest in your health. You would not let anything keep you from it, because I see where this leads to. I see the pain, the emotional and physical pain of people living with diseases that can no longer be reversed. The cost to them of doctor's visits and specialty visits and procedures and medications. The loss of function. How much is that worth? I'm like, I see it and I know. And I can look at somebody and know where are they going, because it's what I do. Just like my accountant can look at my tax situation and they can say, you can either do these things and you're going to like what you get, or you can continue to do those things and you're not going to like what you get. Or my financial planner, or anybody else that provides a professional service. They're like, if you understood what I understood, you would be taking very seriously the investment and the plan I'm outlining for you. And that's what I'm trying to tell people about health. And so many of my patients, they're financially challenged. They're stuck with their insurance. They don't even have the option to try and get those levels of consultations. They would love it. So many of them would love it, but they don't have the means to do it. And here, when we have people who have means and they could learn and grow and make that investment, it's just, for me, it's very challenging. And I'm just sharing that with you because I want you to value your health. I'm not telling you need to go spend more money on healthcare. That's not what I'm saying. I want you to stop and think about what your health is for you and what it could be for you, and that it might be your most important asset. And I'm not talking about having perfect health all the time. I'm talking about, regardless of your context, optimizing your health so that you can have a better potential in life. I know this as a physician. I know the difference it makes. And so many people would love to have this and can't get it and can't afford it. And I think that's wrong. And that's why I write and that's why I teach. I'm trying to take everything I can learn with those who can afford that level of care and teach it to those who can't, so they understand what are these foundational principles of health, what are the actions they should take, because every human being should have the right to experience their best health, and we're failing at that right now. Do not let your insurance company keep health from you. Right? Don't let a product called health insurance actually keep you from experiencing your best health. Do not allow that to become the limiting factor in whether you become healthy. Be willing to go beyond that. Be willing to research and get the information you need. Be willing to create change, small little changes a day at a time. Be willing to pursue your best health because the world needs you as a healthy individual, helping make a difference out there. Please join us on this quest, this mission to transform health and transform healthcare. Join us by either subscribing, sharing. If you're in our community, come see us. Become a client so that we can serve you and help you on your journey. But we ask for your help and support because this fight is hard and we're up against powerful forces that actually don't want to change. They don't want to give you something different. So please join with us. Thank you and have a great and healthy day.